It's time to hit the jackpot because you're listening to How to Bet, hosted by Daryl Sean and Sean Miller, breaking down betting into 4 categories to help you stay ahead of the game, sharing their thoughts, opinions, and analysis on how to bet it, where to bet it, and who to bet on. Now here are your hosts, Daryl Sean and Sean Miller.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to How to Bet or HowToBet.com podcast. I'm Daryl Sean along with Sean, the genius Miller, Neri Rodriguez, and you are watching and listening to HowToBet.com or HowToBet.com podcast. And the reason I say that is please go to HowToBet.com. Go open the link. There you're going to find different promotions and different odds around the nation, different sports books around the nation. So go there, shop around. You're going to find what you want to your liking for the games you want. There you see the lines for these 2 games, but also if you go down a little further, thank you, Neri, you're going to see different odds for different sports books around the country. And in bold, you're going to see your best lines, your best bets. So go shop around, go there early and often. You watching us on YouTube, please hit that like button, notification bell, and above all, subscribe. It is free to you never have to pay a penny. We just ask you to subscribe and let us know that you're viewing us, and we appreciate you viewing us. We really do. We know there's a trillion different options for you, different podcasts to watch. So we really do appreciate you coming on with us. All right. We gave you our winners are in Villanova. I like Villanova. Genius. Neri also likes Villanova. Genius likes Kansas minus the 4.5. UNC Duke. Neri, who do you like in that UNC Duke game?
You know, to be honest, it's pretty the seeding that UNC got pretty disrespectful. But if Duke loses this game, they got to disband the whole program. I mean, this is the most important game in their school history. So
you could be right.
So
could be right.
I'm going to go with the Blue Devils on this one.
All right. So I'm staying neutral here. I'm going to bet it live if I like the flow of this game. I think UNC Duke's playing so well and UNC's playing well. I just think the 4. I think this could be a really close game. So I'm going to wait till live. I'll bet it live if I like the flow of the game. Neri likes Duke. Of course, Genius likes UNC. Duke's giving 4, total 151 in that game. But let's make a case for each of the 4 teams here. The Villanova Wildcats, can they beat Duke? Can they win a national championship? And I will say yes. And I'll tell you what, I know Moore's out. But Cal Daniels has played plenty of minutes. It's going to come down to, in this game, can they stay out of foul trouble? Can they play 35 minutes a game? Arcidiacono will come in, spell a little bit. He'll have to play some minutes. Listen, come tournament time, you know Jay Wright will have him ready. I think they'll shoot the ball a little better in this game. And here's the thing they do better than anybody, could be better than anybody in the history of college basketball. They shoot free throws. They make their free throws. And in this situation, in these tournament games, it is so important. It is so big. It shows up huge. And that's why I can make a case for Villanova. Jay Wright, I had fun to count. Jay Wright, I think they'll shoot the ball better. And they are the best at right now, at this point, the greatest free throw shooting team in the history of college basketball. That's why I can make a case for Villanova. Genius?
Yeah, I think that's actually good. And by the way, another team that's in the top 25, and that is North Carolina. They're very good at that as well. So it's something to think about. I think, look, Jay Wright, they've been here. They've won 2 national titles since 2016. They're a good team, and they play defense. I wouldn't be stunned if they win the game. I wouldn't be stunned if they win the title.
Yeah,
but I think I think they score, and Gillespie's obviously really good. So you could definitely make the case for this for Villanova to win this game.
And Neri, can you see Villanova winning this game and winning the title? I mean, you can make a case for them, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said in the previous segment, experience Jay Wright. He always gets these 4-year guys, and his underclassmen perform. So I wouldn't rule out the Wildcats.
All right, so now Kansas. You could obviously make case for Kansas. They're the number 1 seed. They're big, they're strong, they can rebound. I mean, a great rebounding team. I think 30th in the nation, right around there. At times they do struggle shooting the three, but certainly you can make a case for them. They, probably the biggest, strongest team left of the four. Bill Self's a terrific coach. So, yes, obviously you can make a case for Kansas. I mean, obviously you can, Sean, you like the minus the 4.5. So,
Remy Martin. I mean, you could probably
Remy
make
Martin,
that Remy Martin is the player of the tournament right now. If Kansas wins, he's the player of the tournament. Obviously that it depends on what happens in the Final Four, but he's going to be the player of the tournament, and he's been an unbelievable pickup. And they're peaking, I think, at the right time. And all four of these teams are obviously peaking at the right time here.
All right, so UNC, they're the dog, so we'll go with the dog first. UNC, we know you can make a case. You've already made a case, and your points are very valid. I mean, they've played great down the stretch. The second half of the season was far different than the first half of the season. Hubert Davis took over. It takes a little time. They've had transfers come in, so yeah, it took a little time. And they're during this tournament, they've been sensational. They've high-powered, high-scoring team. So, yes, obviously I can make a case for UNC as well.
And I think it goes back to, 94-81 in the biggest game in Cameron Indoor Stadium's history, in a game they couldn't lose. It was Coach K's last game at the thing, and North Carolina came out there in the second half and absolutely annihilated them. And the key to that game was, I don't know if you remember this or not, the same 5 players played the entire second half for North Carolina. They didn't come off the floor. They played all 20 minutes. Caleb Love, Baycott, Manic. They just R.J. Davis and Leaky Black, who, by the way, this guy Leaky Black, he's a 6'8" forward kind of guard who just, whoever he plays, he shuts down. Kid is an unbelievable defender, and he's going to play somewhere. I don't know where he's going to play. NBA or wherever in some league, and he's going to be unbelievable because he plays defense, and that's the kind of guy that you need on a team. But those 5 guys played all 20 minutes and just absolutely annihilated Duke in the second half, threw up 94 points. And I'm a little bit wary of their depth, obviously, but what I think Manic getting thrown out of that game, that obviously gave him a little chip, but gave some other these guys some time. So, obviously some of these guys got some time against St. Peter's as well. So, you can make a really good case they could win.
Yeah, and, you could absolutely make a case. They're 5 sensational, starting 5 sensational, like you said, and I can make a case.
Caleb Love came into college as a monster recruit, right? This guy, and he was a little bit down. In this tournament, he has been unbelievable. He's a big guard. North Carolina is big. Manic is a monster. Manic is big. Baycott is a beast. Leaky Black is big. Caleb Love is big. Nobody's going to outsize them. They're going to be bigger than any of these teams. They're going to be bigger than Duke. And I know Duke's got good players, but these North Carolina players aren't, these are 4- and 5-star recruits as well.
Yeah, and North Carolina rebounds the ball very well. Good rebounding team. They shoot free throws pretty well. So, yes, they shoot free throws well. So, again, you could certainly make a case for UNC. We've made a case for Duke.
Want to hear my case?
Well, yeah, I'm going to get to that in a second because even you have to come up with a case here.
No.
It is a talented team. They're young, but they're a talented team with just a sensational player, sensational coach. So we made our case. Neri and I made our case for Duke. Sean, you make your case for the Blue Devils. This is going to be tough.
No, it's going to, it's pretty easy. They beat North Carolina. They beat them by 20, 87-67 at Chapel Hill. And, once again, that was a big game. Paolo Banchero is a good player. They have some good players on that team. They always reload. They got the number 1 recruiting class coming in again. They're very good. They're not as old as North Carolina is. But, at this point now, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, they got Coach K. It's going to be 8 versus 5. North Carolina's not getting a call in this game. Everybody in the world knows that. North Carolina's going to have to be 15 points better to win this game, which, they could. But, it's they got Coach K and all that momentum. But, sometimes that they're playing in that late game. They're in the spotlight. So look, I mean, they're one of the top 5 teams in the country all year. I don't care what they're seeded as well. They're a 2 seed, obviously, but this Duke team has always all year has been really good. They've had some crazy losses, but so has everybody. So.
Yeah, I mean, and that must have hurt you, but it was good. You made it.
They're a good team. I mean,
you made a case for Duke.
They're a good team. I just, it's just like, it's all, this whole week is going to be like this parade of Coach K, whatever, man. There's
guy's been there for 100 years.
By the time Jay Wright finishes, he might be a better coach than Coach K. Bill Self is a really good coach.
I think you can make a case for that.
Hubert Davis is a good coach. There's good coaches in this tournament. Like this Coach K, just because he's been around for 42 years, he's only won a couple titles. I mean, how come you didn't win 10 titles if you're so good? John Wooden.
He's done a pretty good job. It was a little bit different that back there. It was a little easier to get there in the Wooden years. You didn't have to win, 4
games, but you weren't allowed to play. You weren't allowed to play as a freshman either.
Understood. All right, so there you have it. There's our case made. Neri, before we go, any parting shots at the UNC Tar Heels?
No, like I said, I just think it's disrespectful, where they were seated, just considering how good they are. Look, whoever wins that game, I'm just gonna go out flat out say that's the real national championship game, whether anybody wants to admit it or not. Whoever wins that game,
I'm not going there. We will go there on Sunday morning. We're going to come at you Sunday morning. Are we going live, gentlemen? Sunday morning, we're going live.
I think we are going to go live on.
We're going live Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time. 9 a.m. Eastern time Sunday morning. So
we're going to talk about North Carolina, Villanova on Sunday morning.
Have your bagels, and we're going to break it down for the show. Podcast on Sunday morning, 9 o'clock a.m. We're going to break it down for you, and we'll give you our national champion.
Man, I'm hoping and praying we get another shot at Villanova.
Yeah, well, we'll know. And you have to show up no matter what, Genius. You have to show up. No matter
what. I'll be honest. I think there's no. This is there's no pressure on North Carolina. All the pressure's on Duke. I
agree.
Coach K can't lose this. Imagine if Coach K loses his last. He might not retire. He might come back. He might say, "I'm not retiring on that." Imagine if North Carolina blows him out in this game. He might say, "I'm staying."
Your hatred for him is funny. I don't like the guy either, person, but yeah, okay. So, all right. So, hopefully for Sean, UNC is in that championship, and we will talk to you live Sunday 9 a.m. Remember, go to HowToBet.com. There, you're going to find links to various different sports books around the country, promotions. You're going to find different odds. You see on the screen in front of you, odds, different lines, different money lines, different odds to win. So you get there, you shop around. You're going to find to your liking. Different states have different offers, as you see Neri writing that down for you. So get to howtobet.com. Get there early, get there often. Please, you watching us on YouTube, hit that like button, the notification bell, and subscribe. Please subscribe to us. That's how we know that we're alive. So subscribe. We really do appreciate that. Again, Sunday morning, 9 a.m. live, 9 a.m. Eastern time live here on HowToBet.com. Go to HowToBet.com for Sean the Genius Miller, Neri Rodriguez. I'm Daryl Fine. We will see you Sunday morning. Go ahead. Give it go. Go Heels. Go ahead. Sean.
Go Tar Heels.
See you Sunday morning. HowToBet. Go to HowToBet.com.